By the late 90s, when it came to toy collecting, or even more so Star Wars toy collecting, it seemed everyone, even the toy companies themselves, knew to hang on to all the information that it might be worth something one day. When a huge Millennium Falcon showed up at Toys R Us, it came with papers that would not be given away but returned back to Hasbro and then given away by Rosie O'Donnell. But there was one Star Wars action figure display that seemed to show up at Toys R Us with no paper trail. No one working at Hasbro or even Toys R Us has been able to really show any official documents about it, other than the instructions that came along with it. The display would only show up at a few Toys R Us stores known as Concept 2000. What were the Toys R Us Concept 2000 stores? The Concept 2000 was a code name Toys R Us gave to stores that were a little different than your normal Toys R Us stores. While most stores had a brick front, Concept 2000 stores had a huge window out front, so kids walking past could see all the toys and excitement inside. Inside was a bigger Toys R Us that allowed for more open space and less of a warehouse feel. The bigger space would also allow for bigger, better displays. Starting in 1996, some of the top stores were modified to fit the new, exciting look, and all the new Toys R Us built after 1996 would have the new look. The plan was to have all 650 stores remodeled to the new Concept 2000 by the year 2000. Although little is really known about the Hasbro Kenner Star Wars display, it's believed that they showed up in early 1997 around the time of the release of the special edition at a few selected Concept 2000 stores. The aquarium-style display was placed on an end cap at the start of the action figure aisle. The inside was 15 figures that were available for retail at the time. They were Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO, Chewbacca, 5 stormtroopers, and figures of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting. On a top level was an action figure of Luke in X-Wing outfit and a TIE Fighter pilot. The scene would be set up to recreate the escape from the Death Star scene from A New Hope. Also in the display was the Millennium Falcon, a TIE Fighter, and an X-Wing. This wasn't just some cheap display either. Inside was a light to light up the display, 4-inch speakers that would play the Star Wars theme. The whole theme, not just a few seconds.
If you pull this aside, that placard aside, you'll actually hit the button here, and it plays the Star Wars theme.
Looking at the display straight on, it's hard to see Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fighting, but from the side view you could easily see the duel, with the heroes in the background watching the duel. Though the ships in the display were the same ones at retail, they were modified slightly. The Falcon had a hole drilled into the cover to allow a metal hook to slip into the cover and support it from display hooks. The X-Wing had a stand glued to the bottom. The TIE Fighter sat on 2 platforms, but was not glued to it. It must be noted that the figures in these images were not the ones that were in the display. The figures used in the display at Toys R Us was the Power of the Force 2 figures already at stores around 1996. They came in clear plastic bags with directions for the store to remove them from the bags and place them on the display. It's believed that a graphic design company in Ohio was used for the backdrop and inner content, while a still unknown manufacturer would have been hired for the case itself. The display was 47 inches wide, 36 inches high, and 22 inches in depth. What happened to the displays is unknown, as only a very few have turned up on the secondary market, and most of the ones found are not complete. To find one that was never put together, with the Kenner figure still in the plastic bags, is almost impossible. But we know of at least one that was found. It's unlikely Hasbro wouldn't have had Toys R Us return it back to Hasbro, but there's been no official paperwork from Toys R Us or Hasbro to clear up what the store was to do with it after the display was used. I remember seeing this display myself at a Toys R Us in Atlanta, Georgia, and being blown away by it. And if any Star Wars collector has this in their collection, it's going to be an attention getter for sure. To see more of the video of the display shown here, I will link to it in the description below. If you have one laying around and you have no use for it, I'll take it off your hands. Well, I want to thank you for watching. Now, as always, thumb up so you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.